Bad, immoral, and wrong.
This is the Modern Eater Show.
Piping hot and delicious.
The Modern Eater.
Food.
Come and get it. And now your hosts, Greg Hollenbeck, Jay Parker, and Brian Freeman.
That is pretty cool.
What a great opening shot.
I know. The Modern Eater Show, live from Studio Kitchen, Colorado, or we'll call it tonight Dane's Kitchen. Chef Dane's Kitchen in the house tonight on the Modern Eater Show.
We're going to have some great food.
It's going to be a great show
Look
tonight.
at that chocolate mousse.
I know.
I want that job, to just sit there and eat that.
I want to just eat all of Chef Dane's food.
It's going to be great.
I've looked over his menu. Sit back, relax. The Modern Eater Show from Studio Kitchen, Colorado tonight as we continue into January, just full barreling into spring. And there's so much on my mind.
You know it's spring, right? But it's, what's in town, right? Every year, stock show, good time of year. Go down there, check out the rodeo, eat some of the outdoor food.
What am I doing right now online?
What are you? I'm going to Facebook.com,
what am I doing?
And I'm loading up the Modern Eater.
What am I doing?
I'm going to go to www.themoderneater.com and click the link there to watch the show.
Whatever you do, share it. That's what I
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
Absolutely. Great show tonight. We've got the first hour, Chef Dane's Kitchen. And Dane will be with us as well as Hannah.
CDK Luxury Catering. I like it.
I was looking at it. And first of all, do you like to cook?
You know I love to cook, man.
I like to cook, too. Right?
Yep.
Richie?
Richie is he's on the other side of that spectrum.
Not so much.
To eat.
Richie likes to do takeout.
Chef Dane's perfect for you because elevated cooking, right?
Yeah.
Come to your house, cook for you. Cook for a dinner party.
Oh,
wow. Maybe just cook for Little Rich. That'd be kind of cool. Just come over. Who's eating? Just Little Rich.
Just me.
I can see that happen. But elevated cuisine cooked at your place, right? Jay, would you do that? Or would you cook?
No, I mean, I would bring him over, like on a personal thing, almost like to cheat and get a test or an education out of it, and then I would cook myself for the dinner party. That's what I would do.
Jay, a single guy like you, I think what you use is him for your backup. He makes you look good. You have a hot date, you have Chef Dane come over,
have you seen
make the food, and then all of a sudden Jay lays it out.
No, because
it's impossible. Jay to have a hot date? Come on.
Listen, man. First of all, and this is the truth, like Chef Dane is too attractive to have in my home with anybody else I'm working on. I don't need that kind of stress. You know what I mean? Where it's like
you're invisible.
When Chef leaves, my date leaves with him coincidentally at the same time, and then everything's awkward. I stop payment on the credit card,
you get a bill. You still get a bill.
Yeah. That's right. That's what I'm saying. My card got stolen.
You lost your appetite.
Yeah. I'm allergic to tortellini.
And you're not wrong, right? Okay, so that's why you got to get full value. Go to themoderneater.com. Watch this stream, and he's just cooking away, cooking up a storm in the kitchen. Next hour, it's kind of booze-centric. And what we're looking at, Charlie Gottenkinney and Jake Conover from Bruz Beers. Those gents are in the house. They just opened up a new location.
Yes, we're going to talk about that.
On Colfax and York.
Yep. And he's a new brewer.
And new brewer as well. Yeah, they have a lot going on. We'll catch up with those gents as well as 7:30. Zach Nichols from Cellar West Artisan Ales. He's here as well. And then Booze in the News, all the booze news you can use. Eric and Austin are here from Ballmer Peak Distillery.
Ballmer.
Have you seen? It's
Ballmer Peak. You know where it is, right?
Lakewood?
Yep.
Yeah.
Up in Green Mountain.
You've been, Richie.
That's where I graduated high school.
Oh, is it really?
About 100 years ago, yeah.
Oh, not at the distillery?
No. Well, back then, it could have been.
I could see
Actually,
that.
I had a full-ride scholarship to, what was that dry-out place? Never mind.
I thought you were going to say, like, Red Rocks.
So I like to make a dish, lobster tortellini. But maybe this is going on deaf ears. Rich is like, oh, cool, Greg.
Yeah.
Glad you like doing it. So as I make the pasta and I put together and I put all this delicious lobster that I make into the pasta, I think only about 2 out of 5 survive, if that.
Oh, dude,
Once
really,
it hits the water, all bets are off. I got to learn.
Well,
now it's lobster soup.
Well, we actually,
but it's overcooking it too. The moment you overcook it, it opens up. There's all kinds of things that can go wrong.
So I can't wait to talk to Chef Dane about that. Richie, one thing that we've been talking about, especially this week, and we're seeing this year as far as businesses and marketing goes, man, it's an interesting thing, and the thoughts that you have. A lot of people know you from the Modern Eater, but also Rockalitas. It's kind of weird to say it that way. This audience knows you from the Modern Eater, but there's a whole other audience that just knows you from Rockalitas tortillas. Take 20 seconds to talk about Rockalitas, which is a weird thing.
Well, okay, Rockalitas tortillas, right now Colorado's oldest tortilla manufacturer, but we're not resting on our laurels. We're all about innovation, about becoming hyper-local, about really selling inspiration in every box. So I want to get chefs that they may just start to get in that thing of where they're phoning it in, and then they find out all that we do on a simple corn tortilla, and they're like, oh, I've got to step up my game. And so I want to inspire people as well. So that's what we do.
So over the years, right, with your brand, has it always just been a hit brand that's sold out? You can't make enough chips and tortillas for folks?
That's almost comical because, no, not until we learned marketing and implemented and executed marketing did any of it matter, because we could have been doing all this cool stuff and nobody knows. And so, that's really why I got involved here, is to create a marketing vehicle for these small food companies, and we're small, our small local companies, for them to start learning about sales and marketing and positioning and advertising, because most of them think, well, sales and marketing is the same thing, and it has nothing, almost they're opposite ends of it.
Yeah.
Basically, your marketing is what makes the phone ring. Sales answers the phone.
That's it. Go over that again, because I thought that was hilarious when you talk about folks. You had a partner once, right, in the supplement business. And you were the guy that was always out on the street, right? What did your partner do?
Yeah,
it just cracks me up.
He was like, man, you're out, going all over the place, and I'm here answering the phone.
He sat there and he stared at a phone all day, thinking it would ring, right?
That's the thing, is you've got to allocate that money in your operating budget. Trust me.
Wait, hold on. You're trying to tell people that, especially in food industry, food service, that you should take an allocated amount of your money and budget it to marketing?
If you want to succeed, absolutely.
How do you do that consistently, though, Rick?
You've just got to, these are part of the things that we've put here. For example, when we did this, so when I left in the supplement business, and I was in it about 5 years, just long enough to lose everything that I had and a little more. And coming back,
he was answering the phones.
So we started doing just a little bit of marketing, and also we realized we don't even have to be great, because no one else is doing any marketing whatsoever. And so what is marketing? Marketing is claiming your position, letting people know what to expect, what you are, what you're not. Are you the expensive brand? Are you the cheap brand? Are you this or that? And expressing that, owning that position, that marketing thing, so people know what to expect from you. But I see so many people that they want to increase their sales. We'll see this in a restaurant, or we'll see this in a food manufacturer. And it's backwards. Is that they will say, I need to increase my sales. I'm going to go hire more salespeople. And it's totally backwards, because and this is what we were talking about. Greg and I were talking about this the other night. If you have a restaurant and you go, I need more, I've got to sell more food. And I know what to do. I'm going to hire more waitresses and have them standing in the dining room. That does not bring anyone. Everyone here is laughing about it, but that's literally what you're doing. And so you've got to, the first thing, you've got to market. You've got to let people know what you are, what you're not, what kind of food you have, what to expect, and a compelling reason to come see you.
Yeah.
And then, once you do the marketing right, then the salespeople have something to, they're selling. They have someone to sell. Or a car dealer, if they just hire more people to stand on the lot. There's not going to be one more car coming up.
And it's such a disruptive age right now in marketing, to where there's so many innovative ways, and it can be confusing. I mean, we offer marketing services for folks as well, and we like to sit down and give them a consultation, and that's exactly what we'll do. But marketing, in a world of where traditional media became so true with print, television, radio, you couldn't even get into the ball game. Now there's other options to where you can get in and market your position. Just what you said, you need to delineate what your company is. And And what's cool is Masha is here with Chef Dane's Kitchen. She's going to come on in the 6:45 segment.
Awesome.
We're going to talk a little bit about how do you market this? How do you do that? How do you continually beat the drum? And what are some of the new innovative ways to be able to market your product to bring it to people?
You've got to. And I tell you, these businesses that don't have a marketing budget built in somewhere on a line item,
that's just crazy, Rich.
It's crazy. Trust me, Pepsi-Cola spends more on marketing per can than they do the sugar or the water
that it takes to make it. Well, I'll tell you one thing that from an owner's perspective, that's the biggest challenge is staying on top of what you need to be doing for marketing because, as you know, business changes. The environment changes. The way people are buying. The way they are disseminating their information is always changing. And so I think, that's one thing as business owners. It's tricky. Why I love being involved with you guys in the Modern Eater is just because of the fact that I really do feel like we're able to touch a lot of people from just really a social networking place. From we're coming down here and showing people what good food is all about, right? What good spirits and distilleries and breweries is all about. Our food scene, what it means to be hyperlocal.
I thought it was because you were bored. No? Yeah. I thought you did.
Oh, you nailed it. How did you know that? How did you know?
Jump into the little Rich corner.
I got Chris over there.
This is fantastic. We'll break away from Studio Kitchen Colorado, or tonight, Chef Dane's Kitchen, because that's what it is. Chef Dane's going to join us in the next segment. We'll break away right now. We'll come back in a flash. Little Rich is with Chef Christopher Moore from Degree Metropolitan Food and Drink. So we'll break away now, come back in a flash, stay here, and listen to our sponsor's commercial on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Thanks, Jared. Great first segment. The guy on the left, God, get him out of there. His voice is like a rake on a chalkboard, for God's sake.
Wow.
Get him away. Hey, I've got my dear friend Chris Moore. Chris Moore.
How you guys doing?
He's what a dynamic chef. And also, I want him to talk a little bit about what's happening at where you work. Tell them where you work.
So, Degree Metropolitan Food and Drink.
Yes.
We're at the Hospitality Learning Center at Metropolitan State University.
Now, where is that? That's
right across the street from Pepsi Center.
It's that cool looking building you drive by.
And we have parking for Pepsi Center events, and we're getting ready to change our menu, coming into the winter menu, and doing lots of fun, cool things, globally inspired food, Colorado-based, globally inspired food. You and I had a great conversation about getting away and allowing ourselves to get away.
Yes.
So let's get away. And I got away, went to Guatemala, had a great time, and energized, recharged, ready for 2020 because this is going to be a great year.
It is. Now, this menu, this has got your DNA
This is my second DNA menu, yes.
Oh, my gosh. Let me tell you something. Get down to the Metropolitan. Taste
Absolutely.
what this guy makes. He's awesome. One of the best in the state. Highly respected in the whole industry.
Cheers. Love you.
We'll be right back. Do you have the insurance you need? When we opened Studio Kitchen Colorado, home of the Modern Eater, we had no idea what insurance we needed. We didn't even know where to begin. Times like that, I turn to the experts. Our insurance expert, Brian Brenning with the Ewing Levitt Agency. Brian makes the coverage discovery process easy and seamless. Here's what you can expect from Brian and the team at Ewing Levitt. The absolute safest coverage, fair, low rates, quick response time, and honest, straightforward service. I've been in business 40 years. I trust Brian Brenning and Ewing Levitt Agency. He's not just an insurance expert. He's my friend. Make him your friend and expert too by calling the Ewing Levitt Agency today, 970-679-7374. For the best and most reliable insurance coverage, that's 970-679-7374. It's the Ewing Levitt Agency.
Hi, I'm Charlie Gottenkenny, brewmaster at Bruz Beers, Denver's award-winning Belgian-style brewery. I am very pleased to tell you that our new tap room at Colfax and York in Congress Park is now open, and it is a unique experience. It's close to great restaurants, has a big sunny patio for warmer days, will feature live music, and it has a very cool contemporary Belgian-style bar and tap room. To celebrate our second location, we have 18 beers on tap, including several limited edition sour and barrel-aged beers. For some holiday good cheer, try our figgy pudding and our unique champagne beer, Brut Le Grand. Check it all out on our website, bruzbeers.com. That's Bruz, spelled B-R-U-Z, at 67th and Pecos, and now open in Congress Park at Colfax and York. Join us this week at either location for some serious Belgian-style badass.
Hey, Colorado. This is Brian Freeman, owner of Growers Organic and a host on the Modern Eater Talk Show. Growers Organic is a Colorado sourcing company who provides Colorado's greatest chefs with the best organic produce. I've been partnering with local and regional farms for the last 20 years, and our returning customers know they can count on us over and over again. Chefs who receive the highest rating on Good Food 100 choose Growers Organic for their organic produce needs because we're experts at bridging the gap between the farm and the table. Join us in the organic revolution and go organic with Growers Organic. Look us up online at growersorganic.com.
Wear black and eat spices. Hey, Modern Eater listeners, this is Zach from The Spice Guy, Colorado's favorite spice company. Spice is the variety of life. At The Spice Guy, we have a passion for sourcing the best ingredients from the best farmers all over the world. Choose from thousands of different GMO-free spices and ingredients, or let us create and blend custom flavor profiles for whatever style of food it is that you're working with. With over 1,000 restaurants, food brands, and chefs behind us,
Second till the return.
Wrong when you choose The Spice Guy for all your spice needs. The Spice Guy.
Spicy.
Born in Breck, raised in Denver.
TheSpiceGuyCo.com.
Hey, this is Brother Luck from Colorado Springs. All right, you ready? Owner of 4 by Brother Luck and Lucky Dumplings. I mean, he's a very, very impressive man. And you're rocking with the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Hey, welcome back to Studio Kitchen Colorado, or tonight, Chef Dane's Kitchen. Brian.
I'm excited about what's coming across here.
Yeah,
this looks good.
He lugged over this great cutting board from Elin, who brought it this week, and a knife too. Chef Dane, hi, and hey.
How's it going, guys? Thank you for having me.
Chef Dane's Kitchen.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks
cool.
Thank you.
Take it over tonight. It's kind of not your, but you're used to that, right?
Yeah, no.
Kind of really, right?
Come in, cook, get out.
Talk about what you do.
So, we do a kind of a fine dining style catering. Come into your home, do multi-course dinners, bring everything, plates, silverware, glassware, and everything, and
bring the whole
thing.
Really?
Yeah, and then kind of treat it like a restaurant, but in your home. So it's kind of like an added value, right? You don't have to leave your house. You can not wear shoes.
Do you ever get somewhere and they've got an electric stove, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
this is going to be a long night.
It's going to be long. But we just kind of figure it out. Yeah. Most of the times we try to vet the houses that we're going to, and lucky for us, we're all the homes are huge and gorgeous.
Yeah, if you're laying down the money. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
So how do you? I know a few people is kind of like Chef Linda Hampton Fox. She went this route for a long time.
Oh yeah. She was like the personal chef for Jane Goodall and people like that.
Yeah. So
did you do a little of that?
That's kind of how we started. Yeah. I moved out from Vail. I was working for the Four Seasons for a while and just kind of got burned out with that. And so I kind of saw an opportunity to move down to Denver and start private chefing. I had one client. But I kind of believed in the word of mouth, right? So, and lucky, just one person called me, another person called me, and so we were lucky enough to kind of get a bigger business, and we were able to hire Hannah here, and we have a couple other people that we hired here, and kind of built it into a business, and it's pretty fun.
Do you find yourself all over Denver, or is there specific neighborhoods that you keep?
We definitely kind of attract the Cherry Creek, kind of Greenwood Village, Cherry Hills, but we go everywhere, man.
A lot of referral too, I would imagine.
Yeah, we were talking marketing a little bit. We do a little bit of marketing, Instagram, obviously. But I think the biggest marketing tool is just word of mouth, and that's kind of what drives our business. And we try to kind of keep some sense of exclusivity, and people just kind of keep passing us along. It's great.
Yeah, get a sweet lady in Cherry Creek posting on Nextdoor.
Yeah,
saying something about boom.
Yeah, perfect. So and it just keeps going, and every year, this is our third year now, and we're obviously doing better than the last year, and it just kind of keeps progressing, and it's
You got to be crazy around the holidays.
Yeah. December I think we had 25 events.
Wow.
Yeah.
So almost every day of the week.
Yeah, and
even though I'm sure some were stacked up over the weekend.
Yeah, and Hannah had one event of 100, and I had another event of 100, and we just kind of broke up, found as many servers as we could, and So
we're going to dig in. Chef Dane's Kitchen. Chef Dane here with us right now. Also, Hannah's going to come on, and Masha's going to come on as well. Talk the marketing thing.
Yeah.
Talking about business, that entrepreneurial spirit was in you, obviously.
Yeah. My dad owns his own business. Kind of saw him how he did it and kind of grew, and I honestly, I was just kind of sick of in that corporate world.
I get it,
and kind of want to work for myself and just kind of see what happens.
Yeah, and at this point, you're unemployable.
Yeah,
Just
right. Yeah.
I mean, that's how I feel about myself, but it's fine.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was probably like you said, you had that one client. That one client, you were probably like, well, can I make my car payment with this?
Yeah.
You know,
It was.
you're thinking bare bones.
Yeah.
And I'll add on to that, which you obviously did.
Yeah.
Add on from there.
Absolutely.
And I'm looking at the website, by the way, chefdaneskitchen.com.
Yeah.
Very easily.
Yeah,
You go on the website, you've got the menus laid out. You've pretty much done the work. And that's what a lot of people do. The number one valuable thing that people are buying these days, do you know what it is? Time.
Yeah.
Time.
Well, we're
Uber,
service.
We're in a time industry.
Yeah.
Or we're in a time lifestyle these days where time is a commodity.
Yeah.
And quality.
Yep.
As well. So,
Yeah, is there a cuisine you gravitate towards?
I think that's kind of like the beauty of catering is like we kind of can do most cuisines. I think I can't really do Indian food. That's kind of like
That's your limiting
That's like
factor, yeah.
But I do like I have a fair amount of like Asian touches in our dishes that we do. Italian, obviously, we're going to do some tortellini here. But yeah, we kind of gravitate more towards Asian stuff, Asian style food.
Oh, really? What's your favorite dish to make?
We do a steak tartare that we do, but it's like Thai style, so like larb. I'm definitely not pronouncing that right, but it's kind of it's like a fish sauce, soy, lime, mint, and cilantro. We do a steak tartare out of that and do like a puffed rice cracker instead of a piece of bread. And yeah, it's an awesome dish. It's kind of unique.
Do you stay within the lane of what you, or do people dream something of and say, Chef, I would really like if you do my grandma's dish?
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. But like you said, like some of the menu items, or our website, we have pretty much like turnkey menus that you can pick from.
Yeah.
And then if someone's like, well, I kind of want like I don't know, lobster risotto or something. Yeah, we can absolutely do that. And I think that's kind of like the beauty of catering. It's like we kind of do whatever the client wants, and then we kind of put our fine dining kind of restaurant-style touches on it. So,
all right.
Yeah.
So first of all, people are so... Jay, convince him that he doesn't like people.
Well, I just want to hear a story. He went over to somebody's house. He thought everything's normal. Next thing you know, he's not cooking it right. You know, for the lady that paid him to come over and cook. And it's like, listen, I know how to cook chicken parmesan, chef, and I'm telling you right now, you're not cooking it right.
That's my mom.
You don't let him...
And then, then it's like, that's where I go. Like, okay, well, watch how quick I pack up all this stuff, and scream something at you on my way out the door.
So here was the point that I was going to try and make is that it's hard enough to be a restaurant chef to when you have your customers come in, and obviously there are folks that are ordering off the menu.
Yeah.
Food sensitivities, allergies, just things that people don't want to have.
Yeah.
Picky eaters within their menu. So that's just a restaurant, right? Which you can say, all right, this is what I provide. You want to eat that? Fine.
Yeah.
Well, how do you deal with just everybody's little nuances of what they can't, just to cook to taste?
Yeah, I mean...
Because you're in their house at that point to where they're putting the salt on usually.
Yeah, honestly, we've had... we've been very fortunate that we haven't had like a big blow up of someone that says like, oh, I hate this, Obviously, people are specific in their dietary restrictions and...
So are you asking nut allergies?
Yeah, so like, when we like first talk to the client, we're like, all right, any allergies we need to know of. I think we have a dinner tomorrow night for 30 people, and I think it's all gluten-free. So we're doing a 4-course dinner of all gluten-free items, which is easy, but we just kind of play it around and figure it out. And, it works for them. But, yeah, we do kind of let them know, like, hey, like what, any dietary restrictions, anything we need to know about, and then we go from there.
How are we on time? 2 minutes? I'm going to set this question up. We'll break, and then we're going to do some demo type of stuff. Make sure you hit Facebook or themoderneater.com during the break if you're not watching right now, because this will be cool. Chef Dane's going to we're going to roll some tortellini together.
Yeah.
Here's the question. You just talked about a gluten-free dinner tomorrow night. Certain products that you source.
Yeah.
Sourcing important to you? Okay, we're going to come back. Sourcing is one of those things to where it's like you get it down and you're buying certain ingredients and you know what you want on your menu, but how do you not only do you broaden your horizons, or do you want to, or do you continue to work with the same people that have gotten you there?
Yeah, well, and we'll have a test on these microgreens to see if Greg can call those out from across the table. Can Greg Hollenbeck do it?
Maybe. We'll see. Okay, let's break away right now. Chef Dane Hyatt here with us, and it's cool, the whole cast and crew. Masha, what do you think? You like the show? Thumbs up.
I like
That's
it.
good.
I
All
like
right.
it.
Perfect.
Hey, and a big shout out to all the people listening.
go ahead.
I really want to thank all of our viewers and listeners that come in every Saturday night to hear what we have to say. Check out all our awesome guests that come down to the studio kitchen. So a big shout out to all the chefs, all the entrepreneurs and purveyors that come down to the Modern Eater, and all those people out there listening. Thank you.
Stuff. Yeah, no doubt. 6:30 on 630 K-How. Breakaway right now from Studio Kitchen, Colorado, or tonight, Chef Dane's Kitchen right here. Off to the Little Rich Corner on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Thank you, Greg. That's a great segment. Look what I got here. I've got some Ballmer Peak Distillery gin. And Ballmer Peak's pretty cool. Green Mountain, that's where I'm from.
That's right.
So, I mean, tell us what's special about this gin.
So this gin is actually a little different. It's Australian-inspired. So we use botanicals and flavors that are native to Australia. So eucalyptus, pepperberry, lemon myrtle, finger limes, trying to be a little more unique.
And I know we're going to have some great cocktails over on the corner.
Yeah, there's going to be some really tasty drinks.
So how long has Ballmer Peak Distillery been around?
We've been open for just over 2 months. We opened in November of last year.
Wow. Wow. Hey, so where are you located? I know where, but where? You tell us.
Alameda and Xenon.
So you go up to Alameda, past Union, hang a left about the second light past Union.
Yeah, and then we're on the right-hand side there, right up nestled in the foothills of Green Mountain.
Yeah, see, you guys have it all cleared out. I'm so old, we were cleaning the dinosaurs out of there to make it ready. Watch this. This is going to be a good segment coming up. Hey, we've got a couple words from our sponsors coming up. The Goods. Oh, love me, Mark. Ardent Mills Flour, 4th, and Aspen Baking. See, and I'm the one who...
But I also want to eat where I know my money is going, to a local restaurant that I believe in. I believe in the Goods restaurant on Colfax and Mark Whistler. The Goods is a community restaurant and bar with a menu focusing on vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, and keto options. Comfort food lovers, try the best burger on planet Earth. I love it. 8 ounces of grass-fed beef and never, ever any hormones, antibiotics, or steroids. The Goods is truly a cultural melting pot, a family restaurant open to all. Their bar program is amazing. Saddle up at their long, luxurious bar, have a nice craft beer or a cocktail. Like their Facebook page and stay up on amazing events and specials going on throughout the week. Located on East Colfax, directly connected to the Tattered Cover Bookstore, across from East High School with free parking and a garage in back. Look them up online, thegoodsrestaurant.com. I'll see you at the Goods.
Want to bake the best? Bake with the best. Little Rich here from Raquelitas Tortillas and the Modern Eater. Our wraps fold cold and don't break open, yet they're soft and delicious. What's my secret? Ardent Mills. Organic, ancient, and heirloom grains like quinoa, spelt, and more. Locally headquartered in Denver, Colorado, Ardent Mills provides the industry's broadest range of traditional and organic flours, whole grains, customized blends, and specialty products dedicated to providing the culinary industry with the next grains and unique plant-based ingredients. I love Ardent Mills, and I know you will too. To bake the best, you must use the best. Learn more at ardentmills.com.
Taxes, payroll, and workman's comp. Ugh. If you're a business owner, I bet hearing me say those dirty words made you cringe. Hi, I'm Rebecca Berry with Forth, and I know growing and managing a business can seem overwhelming and just daunting at times. But at Forth, we've got you covered. Forth knows you want to take your business to the next level.
30 seconds till I read.
You need and will allow you to free up your time and resources to do what you do best, grow and manage your business. Call me. Let's talk about how I can help. 720-436-8047. That's 720-436-8047. Rebecca with Forth.
Hey, brewery and restaurant owners, listen up.
15 seconds till I read.
8% on your natural gas bill? Of course you do. Saving money is making money. Your savings is just a phone call away. Call Brian Rizzuto now. 720-245-5771. 720-245-5771.
We're coming back.
Core Energy.
Not related to the appliance company at all.
Back to the show in just a second, you guys. But before we do that, I want to talk to you about Aspen Baking Company. Delicious local bread, fresh, daily, no preservatives, no artificial coloring, no chemicals in any of that stuff. And it's aspenbaking.com. Whether you're into hoagies, focaccias, ciabattas, baguettes, croissants, bear claws, lobster rolls, pound cakes, coffee cakes. I like a focaccia sandwich with a little bit of rosemary they put in there, some sliced turkey, some white onions, a little bit of oregano, a little bit of olive oil. That's what I do. But you do what you want to do, but wherever you do it at aspenbaking.com. They do catering also with some delicious Rome sausage in there. So we're going to do the website one more time, and then it's back to the show with Chef Dane's Kitchen. It's aspenbaking.com.
Hi, Michael Myers from Distillery 291. I'll say whatever you want me to say. That'll get me in trouble. Write it like you stole it, drink it like you own it. You're listening to The Modern Eater on iHeartRadio.
Hey, welcome back to the show, The Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio. From Studio Kitchen, Colorado, or tonight, it's Chef Dane's Kitchen. Why not? Chef Dane Hyatt here with us, and Masha Kenmore with a K.
Hi.
Good to see you. I was going to do that, didn't you?
Love it.
Thank you, man. They've turned into friends. I mean, instantly. Here we are in the kitchen, just chopping it up. We're going to have to, Brian, ever have a dinner party up in Evergreen, your fancy house?
Yes.
We're the people.
Yeah, I know. I want to get it catered, trust me, because I usually find myself in the kitchen the whole time, and I can't mingle, even though people keep coming to me to say hi. But
ChefDane'sKitchen.com.
I know. Now I have a new outlet for it.
Yeah, we come to Evergreen. We'll go.
Exactly.
Best way to get a hold of you guys, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Instagram, too, at Chef Dane's Kitchen. And,
better have some good pictures up there.
Yeah, we try. Yeah, we put some stuff up. I got to get better at social media, but Hannah takes some awesome photos, and Mosh as well. So
all price ranges, right?
Yeah. I mean, we
service everyone.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. We're kind of like, more or less on the higher end. We're basically like a little more expensive than a restaurant, but again, we bring it to your home. So there's just more of an added value there.
You're not going to do like company. The guy's retiring. He gets the watch in the taco bar.
Yeah, we try to stay away from the taco bar. That's just like my enemy right there. That and like the slider station or something. Yeah.
So he knows what he wants to do.
Yeah. Well, do people ever ask you to cook extra? So you're there making catering, and I'm like, ooh, what about tomorrow night and the next night?
No, we definitely have a client that we do a lot of dinners for, and then he's just like, hey, man, can you just always make some extra for us for the next day? And because they travel a bunch, so they'll bring it on the airplane or whatever, and yeah, so.
Nice. Man, I just want to know people like that.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's really cool.
Yeah.
We're going to do some demo type stuff.
Yeah, we're going to show you how to roll some tortellini.
I told you my lobster tortellini deal. I like to make the lobster tortellini. It just like you said, turns into starch soup with the beautiful lobster, and then I get so defeated.
Yeah.
I give it. It's like, am I not pinching it well enough?
It's all about that seal, right?
It's all. It's got to be. But okay, are you sealing with a fork, your fingers?
No. So you got a little egg wash here.
I was just going to ask you.
Yeah,
egg wash. Have the wash.
Got to have the egg wash. Yeah. And then so we have these little rounds here. Yeah. So we have this. Obviously, make sure you have some flour here, right? And then whatever you mix it, so lobster, whatever. Yeah. So this is just some homemade ricotta, garlic, parsley, lemon, zest, and some salt and pepper, right?
I got to see the ratio. Maybe I'm putting too much in.
Yeah, well,
Maybe I'm getting over ambitious.
You just got to do like about that much, right?
Okay.
All right.
Nothing too.
Yeah, nothing. So then it's just a beat an egg, beat with some water.
Yep.
Right.
And how are you making your pasta, chef?
So there's 100 different recipes, right?
Sure.
So this recipe is about 2 cups of flour, 6 egg yolks, 1 egg, olive oil, and then I use either cream, milk. I like using goat's milk. Kind of gives it nice kind of, grass kind of flavor, kind of herb flavor. And that's it. And just kind of mix it up until it forms a ball. Let it sit for a half hour, and then have at it. Yeah.
Any kind of flour?
I use AP flour, yeah.
Okay, just semolina
flour,
okay.
yeah. So, like for stuffing pasta, AP flour works great. And then if you're using a pasta extruder, it's semolina flour, and then it's basically just water and yeah.
Our listeners at home are probably killing us, but as you're doing that, talk about ingredients because I set up before the break. I said,
talk
about where you're getting stuff.
So we try to get as much local as possible. Yeah. Obviously, since we're not a restaurant, we don't have to keep a giant inventory. Mm-hmm. So we do rely on Whole Foods or local markets that we can grab stuff from.
Probably a lot.
A lot, yeah, a good amount. We try to pick up stuff from Rebel Farms as much as we can. I'm up in the Highlands, so we try to do Highlands Farmers Market, and as much as we can, we'll definitely go local, but obviously sometimes you have to.
So we got a guy that owns an organic produce company.
Perfect. There we go. There we go. Let's do it. Well, yeah.
And
we'll have to hook up.
Yeah, let me know. Yeah,
grocery shopping sometime.
I would think that from a marketing standpoint, some of that cool sourcing stuff would maybe be of a benefit to have a pig purveyor or a rancher that's giving you great cattle, and to be able to list it by name and put their stories behind it.
Yeah, we had a Wagyu company that we were working with. They're out of Iowa though. KOW. Great stuff. Great product. product. Wagyu company, it's amazing
We'd
stuff.
like to actually, we should network more.
Yeah,
with you guys
absolutely,
on that
absolutely.
kind of stuff. I think that'd be cool, and I think we could do some dinners in here.
Yeah, that'd be rad. Yeah,
we
yeah.
do a summer dinner series.
Oh, okay.
In the kitchen here, and what we do.
That could be really cool.
Yeah,
We should get
talk about
right
that.
on. I'm glad you came on tonight.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, in June we go on a 10-day road trip, and every year Brian, me, and Jay, we go and we travel the state and we go collect ingredients.
Yeah, we visit these farmers, ranchers, distillers, brewers.
Yeah. And then we have top chefs here in town, like Keegan Gerhardt, Kerry Baird, Justin Brunson, Brother Luck. They all come back, and one Tuesday throughout the summer, they get their chance to come in here into the kitchens, and we have the farmers on the TVs, and they're talking to the people eating, and
that's rad. Yeah.
Turns into just a real cool community type of thing. I think
that's
that
right. That's
might
awesome.
be
Yeah.
Right up your alley.
Let me know
to do something like
Yeah.
that. As I digress.
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
I want to learn more.
Yeah,
here.
so filling that about that much, right? So it's just making a half moon as best you can. Your problem might be is like you want to make sure all the air is kind of pushed out of it, because if you leave some in there, you throw it in the water, it'll just kind of burst.
I think I'm overstuffing this.
Yeah, you might be. So yeah, just try to seal as best you can, right? And then it's just I don't know, it's quick motion, just kind of roll it around your finger, kind of pinch it tight.
Yeah. So you don't get down with the fork, huh? You go around that thing.
Yeah, I mean, not really. And then I don't know. You just kind of.
Okay, talk to me about your water. It should be at a rumble,
boiling,
right?
Yeah. So we have it boiling. Hannah's got it going over there. So it's boiling with a little salt, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. So
should it just be at a slow rumble, or
no, like a full boil? Yeah.
Because the temperature does change once you put your ingredients in there. As
so
well.
I've actually had a dinner where we've done that, where we've thrown 40 pieces in there that have been frozen, and it cools down the water, and so it just kind of it doesn't make the tortellini as the texture is as good as it can be. So you definitely want to make sure it's a roaring boil, a little salt, and that's it.
Let go. How long? How long would you?
So with the fresh pasta, it doesn't take as long as obviously with the dried. So it's about until they float. So it's probably like 4 to 5 minutes.
And will they stick? Do you stir it?
Yeah, you kind of want to shake the pot a little bit, or kind of stir it, lightly, because you don't want to break them. So you just kind of keep stirring a little bit, shake the water a little bit, and kind of go from there.
Okay. And what happens if you do get an O in there? Do you just pluck it out as quick as you
pluck it out
find it?
as best you can, right?
Don't let it sit there.
There, I got this dished up for you here. All right.
Come on, throw me something.
There we go.
Let me get down on
Get some flour there. Yeah.
I mean,
you want one?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do this.
Put that down for me, but it's pretty much done, right? I'm just going to flip this thing over.
So half moon. There's that. There's a little. There you go. Get that air out of there.
So right here from the inside.
Yeah, and just kind of push out.
I leave a little Eisenhower tunnel right there first, man. To get that
right in the middle. Yeah.
Oh, see now what happens when you get a little juice that comes out of there? It's not going to get bad.
It's not. It's as long as it's sealed, right? It's fine. A little egg wash on top. Yep.
Crank these out. Now this you can't really, if done right, you can't go wrong, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fresh pasta.
What's your favorite ingredients to stuff inside of there?
I love just simple ricotta. Hannah's going to make us a dish real quick, but yeah, so simple ricotta that we house make. You can really stuff it with whatever you want.
And then what about sauce?
So for this one, we're going to do is just a sweet corn pudding. We take corn, fresh corn that we can get, shallots, garlic, cook it down with some heavy cream, blend that up, salt and pepper. Let's see it. Yeah, that's good, dude. And then just kind of push it down a little bit, because you want to make sure it's,
I got some air in there, man.
Hey, I've seen worse. That's pretty damn good.
You guys are hired.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. We'll talk about it while you guys do.
That's good. That's good. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Baby boy right there.
Yeah, right. And so we just kind of try to push it down a little bit so it's flat on the bottom end that you can kind of stand up.
How many of those do you want to cook at a time?
In one single pot, I don't know, probably 20, 25. What
about a good white sauce, just from scratch?
Yeah, white sauce. Like an Alfredo or whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much what this is. Just minus with some corn in
Wine.
there. Yeah. So what we did here is, so it's the same thing, some tortellini, right? Right. And then we took some prosciutto that we just kind of crisp up and kind of treat that as like the salt of it.
Right? Doesn't that look good? And wait, here's your moment. Can you guess what those are right there? I'll tell you, those are microgreens.
Oh, yeah.
Which one? What is what?
Oh, this one right here. This is a cucumber one.
No, probably onion, but you know.
Dang it, brother! You didn't set me up right.
That onion. Maybe we go there with that.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, I could have taken.
What is this right here? Come on now. Come on, red something, right?
Red something.
You like how the produce guy shows off. Like, come on, you can do this one, little child. You can guess what this vegetable is. It's like, I mean, I don't walk around a vegetable warehouse every day, all right? You don't have to patch
microgreens. Why we have them out?
Yeah. So I guess there's a bunch of microgreens companies coming
There really
out,
are. Wow.
Kind of a joke I heard, it's like anyone that fails at the weed business or whatever starts growing microgreens. I don't know. Like I said, that might be a joke or what.
I love that.
So there is a lot of microgreen companies coming out. These are plants naturally. Shane over there, him and his wife own the company, and we just started working with them. They're great. Come deliver it. So they have some great stuff. So this is radish that we use, and this is some micro onion. So just kind of finish that up, right? Little radish.
That looks so good. I like how you're liberal with that. I like the micros, because some people, they'll put one or two on there, and it's.
You don't want to like kind of overpower. Like people just, I don't know. People just throw micros on there, But
I like what you did.
We were talking about how hungry we were coming out of the last break. Generally, we don't eat on the show. We're gonna eat. We are.
This
is right.
Another thing coming on.
Right, what we need. But here's the thing. And more these days is terrible. It just shows my age, man. Dessert. Gotta have it. You can't, and you have to, and you guys do that well too.
Yeah,
right.
So,
I'm excited for that because Hannah, she was at the Broadmoor, right?
So
she was a big deal from down there.
Was she with John Johnstone?
John, yeah, yeah. Where were you? Right? Yeah. So she was down there, and then kind of like Masha found us on Instagram. She came to some of our pop-up dinners that we were doing. Hannah, kind of same thing. She found us on Instagram. Kind of hit us up and had her come to a dinner that we did, and she's been here ever since. So, and she's just she's like, yeah, I kind of do pastry. It's like, you do amazing pastries. So yeah.
So Jay was right. You are like the Pied Piper. Is that what it is?
Hannah's going to come on the show next. Chef Hannah as well.
Yeah.
We're going to line up here. We're going to eat this during the break. Yeah. This is fantastic. So dessert's going to come up next here.
Yep.
Also, I want to talk about. It's probably terrible, but do people want you to cook with them too? Will you do that or no?
Yeah, I mean, like every household, kitchen's kind of like the focal point, right? So anytime we're doing a dinner, there's people always in the kitchen.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so people are always kind of like, what's going on?
You kind of have to embrace going with it, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
you signed up for it.
Exactly. So, and we all love kind of talking to people and kind of walking them through what we're doing. And we do cooking classes as well, so that's kind of like a whole other point of that. And so,
we'll talk about that.
I love it.
This is great.
I love
Chef
it. This is a great show.
Chef Dane Hyatt will continue right here from Chef Dane's Kitchen, otherwise known as Studio Kitchen, Colorado, on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Look at there. We got a tasty beverage right here from my friend Zach from Cellar West Artisan Ales.
That's right.
So he's going to be on later. So just to give you a little taste of what's coming up, what'd you bring tonight, Zach?
We brought one of our saisons called Feed Your Head. Big, strong, 9% beer, dry hop with American hops, but definitely Belgian influence. So
awesome. Now you shared a little something with me that you've got your secret ingredient. Can you tell us a little bit?
Yeah, it's native to the area in Boulder. That's what I'll tell you right now. We'll talk more about it later, though.
Maybe Greg and Brian can get a little more out of you on the table later.
We'll see.
How long have you been around?
So we opened early 2017 in Boulder. We're currently in Lafayette. We were in Boulder for about 2 years, and we moved to Lafayette about a year ago to a bigger location. So
awesome. So you're growing. You're making great products. We're going to tell our viewers more about these great products and enjoy some of them right here while we're here.
Yeah.
This is going to be a fun show. Great segment coming up. Stick around. You're going to want to hear what Zach's got to tell you. And also stick around. We got some words coming from Gluten-Free Things, my friend John, Colorado Mills, Element Knife, and Proud Souls.
Let's wait.
We'll be back. To gluten, or maybe you're a gluten-free lifestyler? Is your menu limited because you've eliminated gluten from your diet? Are you missing the taste of foods that traditionally contain gluten? What if I told you that you can add breads, pizzas, muffins, cakes, cookies, waffles, croissants, English muffins, the list goes on, right back to your menu? Gluten-Free Things is a local gluten-free and vegan bakery that reintroduces you to the foods you love. Owner John Irvin believes gluten-free shouldn't taste like the box that it's packaged in. Trust me when I tell you, the products from his bakery in Arvada are fresh, flavorful, and masterly crafted, leaving you with a product that tastes like the real thing. Simply delicious. The bakery is located in Arvada on 64th and Sims across the street from Arvada West High School. Check out their website at glutenfreethings.com. You'll be amazed with the variety of gluten-free products they make. And chefs, don't leave your gluten-free restaurant guests without options. Contact John at info@glutenfreethings.com. That's info@glutenfreethings.com to see what he can do for you. Give him a shot. 11651 West 64th Avenue in Arvada. It's Gluten-Free Things.
Hey, chef friends, it's Little Rich here from Raquelitas Tortillas. Raquelitas, known for hyper-local, innovative, and healthy tortillas and chips, served by Colorado's top chefs, and that's why we only use Colorado Mills sunflower oil. If you, too, want to serve the healthiest, most vibrant-tasting foods, you must use Colorado Mills. Colorado Mills is hyper-local, Colorado-grown, cold-pressed in Lamar, Colorado. Whether you bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado Mills today. Available through Shamrock, Growers Organic, and Dawn Foods. For the best oil in the business, use Colorado Mills.
Hey, it's Chef Elon Wenzel, owner of Element Knife Company. If you cook, then you'll know the importance of a quality knife and proper care. My training in Japan exposed me to exceptional cutlery. That's why I am so excited to offer you the knives I fell in love with. Element Knife Company is chef-driven, and my goal is to support and educate. Get at me for a knife clinic or conversation. Find me at elementknife.com or by simply calling 303-460-4628. For the best knives in your kitchen, think Element Knife Company.
Listen up, barbecue lovers. Greg Hollenbach here for Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Proud Souls is Denver's authority of all things barbecue. Do you rule your neighborhood with the best backyard barbecue? From beginners to pitmasters, Proud Souls has all the equipment you could possibly want. A variety of wood, pellet, and charcoal grills and smokers. Award-winning pitmasters and owners of Proud Souls, Dan and Tony, have a passion for barbecue, and it shows. Located on 25th and Federal, Proud Souls retail store is bursting at the seams with your barbecuing essentials, the Spice Guy spices, and superior flavored fuels for your pit like hickory, mesquite, oak, pecan, cherry, apple, peach, maple, grape, and a variety of blends. Hit their website, ProudSoulsBBQ.com, for delicious hands-on barbecue classes and get information on current promotions and deals. For the best in barbecue, locally owned and operated on 25th and Federal, there are guys. Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. That's ProudSoulsBBQ.com.
We're coming back.
Feed me now!
This is the Modern Eater Show.
That's right, boy! I'm starving!
And now it's time for In the Kitchen.
How am I supposed to keep on feeding you? Kill people?
Brought to you by
Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Award-winning competition cooks and purveyors of specialty barbecue supplies right here in Denver, Colorado. ProudSoulsBBQ.com.
Feed me all night long.
Chef Dane's Kitchen in the house. It's Chef Dane's Kitchen in Studio Kitchen, Colorado tonight. As we continue on the Modern Eater Show, Chef Dane Hyatt, I have to tell you, Chef Dane, that this is probably some of the best food that's come through Studio Kitchen, and that comes with some big clout.
Mm-hmm.
Truly does.
Yeah.
I think Jay's going to get his microphone set there. We wanted to turn your mic off there, so it just sounded real humble.
Yeah, of them.
You know, didn't even respond. Just dropped the mic and went out of here. Truly great food. Hannah, you're joining us.
Yes.
Chef
Thanks for
Hannah.
having me.
Good to see. Oh, absolutely.
Hannah Johnson with a J.
With a J. Wait, what did we have before? Like Johnson?
Well, listen, in my defense, not to throw Masha under the bus or anything, but I just copy and pasted the email she sent me with their names. It kind of came out without an H.
Wow,
no
you
big
did
deal.
throw her
No
under
big
the
deal.
bus. That's no good.
My day started out real bad today, Masha. It's got nothing to do with you. I had honey explode on my pants. It's a long story. I really did. That's for Snapchat.
Jay, this is kids are listening, man.
No,
Don't be
come
talking
on.
about that.
With the few minutes left, we do want to show some things off here. here. And also we talked about dessert. I mean, when it comes to dessert, you got to cap off a great meal with a nice dessert.
Mhm.
What do you think, Hannah?
Yes, so this is our Miso Chocolate Mousse. It's still very elegant, but it's also very simple to make for us. So we really enjoy it. It's a feature on a lot of our menus.
So Hannah's just a little thing. If you're watching,
I know, but she has a big voice. Listening to her voice just there. Yes.
As I finish my thought.
Get on Facebook, sorry.
No, what I was going to say is I wish I could ruin your body. I wish I could just take it and put like 50 pounds on it. Because I would. I would just go and eat all of this great stuff, Hannah. You
Yeah.
could do that. Doesn't look like you've eaten any of this.
I know, I promise I do.
You do.
Doesn't stick.
What are you going to assemble for us?
So today we have our Miso Chocolate Mousse.
Okay.
So I did a little bit of it in the background, but we whip our cream, we make our own glaze, we pour it over our dark chocolate. We add our miso. Well, you used red miso today. So we're gonna go ahead and plate up. Doesn't have to be perfect, just something.
Oh no, it has to be perfect.
Has to be
It has to be perfect. Hannah is a perfectionist.
When you lead with that,
yeah. She has to. It
So-
has to be perfect.
Kinda,
And Hannah, you said you use a dry miso?
Red.
Red miso.
Red miso,
Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
Red miso.
You can use white as well, but we just had red today, so that's what we went with.
Yep. Is this one serving?
One serving. Yes.
It's
So-
mousse. It's fine. Yeah.
It's- yeah.
got a lot of air.
Yeah, it's got a lot of-
And then we also made a sesame tuile to accompany it. It's gluten-free.
Okay.
We made it with gluten-free flour, so
Nice.
Bob's Mill.
Tapioca pudding.
Yep.
And then we can
So,
just kind of,
sesame and miso. Yeah. Work well.
Kind of wherever.
Is this practice for tomorrow night's gluten-free dinner, Hannah?
Exactly.
Yeah. What do we? Yeah, I can't remember the dessert we have for tomorrow.
Deconstructed cobbler.
yeah.
So, and then maybe just a little bit
How fun
of
is that?
chocolate.
Give the address where you'll be tomorrow night. We'll all show up. See what they think of that.
Somewhere Cherry Hills, I think, Masha?
Yeah.
But what we should give is your email address, which is chef.
I think you just want to go to the website, right?
Website.
Yeah,
Sorry.
So it's either one of our names. So Hannah at Chef Dane's Kitchen.
Just do the website.
Yeah,
Don't
www.
Yeah, I did
Chef
misspoke,
Dane,
sorry. Yeah.
Chef Dane's Kitchen. Just do that.
Chef Dane's
or hit
Chef
us up on
Dane's
Instagram.
Kitchen. Perfect,
Yeah.
yep.
Which has that does happen. So
All right, you guys, we got the whole team here.
yeah.
With 1 minute left, we always give 2. Do it by 3. How do you do the 1 minute elevator of give us a shot? Give us a try.
What?
So we did,
Yeah, what?
our elevator pitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're a fine dining catering company here in Denver, and we want to compete with restaurants in Denver, some of the best restaurants in Denver, and bring it to your home. Bring everything you need: pots, pans, plates, everything.
Modern Eater approved. I'm going to just
my
go ahead
gosh.
and say that
This
right now.
food is incredible,
If it's
folks.
anything
Yes.
like they did for us here tonight and how they conduct themselves, the professionalism, just all encompassed. It's the whole thing. It's just a plug and play package. You go to chefdaneskitchen.com and you get these 3 coming to your house. Do you do dishes?
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All the time.
Had to ask. All right, we've got to. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Yes,
you.
What
thank
a
you.
great,
Thank you.
great. I mean, let's hear it for that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just give
It was
them
awesome.
props. They were fantastic. All right, let's have some drinks, right? We've got beer, a couple of Belgian-style beer companies. Charlie Gottenkiny's in the Little Ridge corner. Can't wait to see what he has to say. And then a distillery. Do you know the name?
I do know. It's Ballmer Peak Distilling.
Catch up with them in the next hour. Continuing right here from Studio Kitchen, Colorado, The Modern Eater Show.
Welcome to the Modern.
Woo! We're halfway through at the top of the hour, and look who we got over in the corner. My friends from Bruz Beers. So many of you that have been watching, you know who these guys are. But if you're new, I'm going to have them introduce themselves to you so you know who they are.
I am Charlie Gottenkeny. I'm the brewmaster at Bruz Beers, and we've been open 3.5 years. And just recently, we opened our second tap room down at Colfax in York, and
if anybody's been down to that tap room, you've probably seen me. I'm Jake. I manage that tap room. I do all the wholesale distribution as well.
Wow. So these guys, I mean, you guys are growing. You've got a quality product. Let's back up a little bit and we'll talk about that. How long has Bruz Beers been around?
3.5 years now.
Holy cow, it goes like that, doesn't it?
I know. It seems it's hard to believe 3.5 already, heading into 4, and
Yeah.
Now 2 locations.
Well, and your original location, an awesome. I tell you, one thing you guys are great at is picking locations.
Yeah.
Where's that first location?
It's in Midtown, 67th and Pecos, and about 10 minutes north of downtown. And then the new one's at Colfax in York, you know.
I know what corner at Colfax in York?
Southwest corner, you know.
Southwest, okay.
Yeah, and it's really important to pick a good location these days when it's so saturated.
It's everything.
You know, breweries are becoming the new public house, and people just really want a place where they can walk to and drink a good beer.
Oh, yeah, and with Charlie, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, your first store has a dog-friendly patio.
Absolutely. The whole brewery is dog-friendly because we're in Adams County, not Denver County. So
awesome. Tell us some of the unique things about the new store.
Oh boy! So we're in a building that has 4 other businesses involved. So there's a waxing and a nail salon, or eyebrow eyelash salon.
Okay.
There is an ice creamery. There's a tea shop. There's a ladies' workout studio, and then you've got us. It's in a historic building. It was built in the 1930s. It's called the Savageau Building. It was the very first Walgreens that was built in Denver.
Wow!
Yeah, it's very unique. Not a lot of exposed brick. Very warm and inviting.
Very cool location. It was decorated very nicely. It reminds me of a pub in Belgium, more of a contemporary pub, and it's got this beautiful brick patio out. In warmer weather, that's going to be packed with people. We're going to have musical events down there and stuff. So
wow,
it's really a cool place.
You know, one thing I've got to throw in. Does Charlie have a voice like molasses or what? I mean, it's just smooth. Man, I bet.
He's now, what's white of the beer?
I know, truly. But what's smoother, your voice or your beers?
Well, I like to take beers. So I like my voice. The beers are, my true pack.
So, what are the hours? I'm going to ask the questions like this: original store and Colfax in York.
Sure.
What are the hours over at the
store? Noon till 10.
Okay.
Colfax, 11 to 11 every day.
11 to 11.
Yeah, we like being open a little bit earlier than the other breweries around town to kind of invite those people who work from home, come into our facility, use our Wi-Fi, sit your butt down, drink some beers at the bar, enjoy the ambiance.
As well as the people who have decided not to work that day.
Yeah. Colfax in York, there's probably a couple of them, I'm betting. That's awesome. Now, any special beers for the new store?
When we first opened, we've been running through some of our really cool higher-end backstock that we've been holding on for. So we have like 3-year-old beet sour. So every year we grow beets in our community garden, and we make a saison. So 3 years ago we soured that batch, and we've been slowly moving through that. We have our silver medal winner, the Serenity Grand Cru Quadruple. We also
not available at Midtown.
Not available in Midtown right now. And then we also have the Grand Valor, which is a 3-year-old version of our Valor, which is similar to an Orval, if you're familiar with that style of Belgian beer.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, it's pretty unique.
These guys are amazing. I mean, it's a short drive to get to where you are, but truly it's like going to Europe and enjoying the best that Europe's got.
Yeah, and I just did a class this morning. We do it every month at the brewery. We're going to start doing down at the Bruz off Fax location as well. That's the world of Belgian beers, and we taste our way through 15 beers that represent the major styles of Belgian beer.
Holy cow.
If you've not been to that yet, definitely sign up on the website.
It's about a 3-hour-long class. It's a lot of fun. You definitely walk away with a big smile on your face.
I bet. Now, you talked about the website. What is the website for Bruz Beers?
www.bruzbeers.com.
Okay, one more time.
So think of bruzbeers.com, BRUZ,
And there it is. These guys are incredible. Now, I got to ask you, and Sally, tell me a little bit about the food.
So we have food trucks every day at the brewery in Midtown.
Okay.
7 days a week, sometimes 2 trucks a day.
Okay.
And then in off the York Street location, we're not doing any food trucks, but we like to promote the people around us.
And there's so many.
Oh, there's so much. So there's DC Pie, Okinawa Sushi, Tacos, Tequila, and Whiskey.
The original, that's a mothership there.
Totally.
Our friends, the Goods, Mark
the
Whistler.
Goods is right down the street.
Yeah.
We have.
You're in the thick of it there.
Oh, there's so much food.
Subway and Popeyes, so there's
Yeah, you can go upscale or cheap, whatever it is you want to do.
In our building, Bumble Tea is a really great cafe. She does a lot of good breakfast items and some sandwiches as well. She blends her own teas in-house. It's all organically based ingredients. She does a good job.
If you don't want any of those, you can bring in whatever you like. So,
Bring in whatever you like. And we also have Smith & Cannon Ice Cream Shop is right there as well.
Best in Denver.
He makes some fantastic ice cream. His name's Kurt. He's great. Shout out to Kurt. And we're going to be doing ice cream and beer flights. So we already came up with 4 beers that match really well with 4 of his ice cream flavors. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing some cool things.
Ice cream flavors like Foxy Brown and Thai chili and some amazing stuff. Butter brickle.
These guys are always stretching the boundaries.
Yeah.
And in such a fun way. And great, I tell you guys are also great citizens of our culinary community. They're always helping us out here and in so many different ways. You guys have been like model citizens. And for that, I got to tell you, thank you.
Thank
you
welcome,
so much for all you guys
same
do.
team, same family.
Now, exactly. Now, here's one quick final question. Do you notice a different type of beer more popular at Midtown versus Colfax?
What's your top beer at Colfax?
My top beer at Colfax right now is probably the Tart Cherry Wit beer, which is kind of surprising.
This is a white beer, kind of Blue Moon style, only with cherries and yeast to give it a sour.
Oh, that's great. Hey, thanks, guys. We'll be right back. Great segment. Thank you so much.
Half Management or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
How about a bite to eat?
It's time for the second course, hour number 2 of The Modern Eater.
What are you hungry for?
Here's to a meal we're all here for.
Delicious and tasty.
Now we're getting to the good stuff. With your hosts, Greg Hollenbeck, Jay Parker, and Brian Freeman.
Wow. Really involved watching the Little Rich corner.
Well, that's where the action was.
That really was, and then just transferred all of a sudden to the show.
Hey, it's great. I love these two guys, by the way. Happy holidays. We missed each other the whole holidays. I feel like.
We were very busy opening up a second location, so we didn't get the chance to be here.
We love you, though.
Yeah, we love you too, man.
If there's one thing that the Modern Eater and Bruz beers have some history.
Absolutely. From the beginning.
Yeah.
So.
It truly is. All right, so guys, we'll do a reset here real quick. Charlie Gottenkinney and Jake Conover. How are you guys? Bruz Beers, just beginning, yes, but flourishing right now. A lot going on with Bruz Beers, and we're going to spend some time with you in the next couple of hours. Charlie, when we think of beer and somebody who's going to educate, you're my beer educator. And I think part of the reason is I just love to hear your voice. So we're gonna have you do a lot of talking in the next couple of segments.
Well, I'd be glad to do that.
And what's cool, it's not just a voice that's empty behind it. There's a lot of knowledge. So buckle up, relax, and also watch us. TheModernEater.com. You can see the streaming now. Kitchen's coming quite a ways, huh, guys?
The kitchen is awesome. I haven't been in probably a month and a half, and wow.
Well, you missed it, and now it's a new format, the way it's set up.
I love it.
Yep.
Charlie's got a background in broadcasting, and it's kind of special to you to do broadcasts and talk on the radio, those types of things. But the way that it's set up right now, it's kind of a cool show atmosphere.
Oh, it definitely is. I walked in and saw Jay sitting with all the computers and screens around him, lots of buttons, 4 remotes.
The Wizard of Oz.
He is the guy behind the curtain.
I told Charlie, I said, listen, man, don't let any of this fool you. You know, the only way I said, I'm terrible at it. I go, Greg's not real good, but everything I know came from Greg. I go, so when people walk in, they want to ask me questions about stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, listen, man, unless I've already know how to do it, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, Google it. I mean, that's
right.
Everything in the world. But Googling, you can't do good beer, can you? Just Google it and then make a good recipe. You've been doing beer for how long, Charlie?
Oh, over 30 years.
30 years. Your love for beer. Where did it start?
I love it. I used to be like a Miller Lite drinker, and then I went on a business trip to Belgium. And I'm reading, the airline magazine, American Airlines does a destination feature. And the destination for that flight was Brussels. And so they had a big article about Belgian beer, and I'm reading this, and it's like, whoa, this sounds pretty interesting. I'll have to try a couple of those while I'm over there. Well, it turns out my hotel has a beer bar right in the middle of the lobby, so I didn't try a couple.
What's a beer bar like there?
It was a little round brass and wood bar, and he had all sorts of beers, mostly in bottles. And
so, like we would know a brewery right now, today, a craft brewery?
No, it would be more like
monasteries.
Yeah, it's almost like so imagine this elaborate lobby, and in the middle of it is this brass and wood bar that's circular, and, people would sit around it and stuff.
Sounds great.
Well, and it was a beautiful old pulls,
it was gorgeous.
Yes.
So
yeah,
you
a
knew
lot
you
of
weren't
old taps and things like that.
You knew you weren't going to get your Miller Lite.
Oh, I was praying I wasn't going to get Miller Lite. But anyway, in Belgium, they mostly drink beer out of bottles. So I went in Belgium to the Delirium Cafe, where they have Guinness Book of World Records, 3,500 beers. You know how many they had on tap? 12.
Really?
12. The rest of them were in bottles. So that's typically how they do it. They condition the beer in the bottles, which naturally carbonates them, gives them a very high quality of carbonation, very easy drinking, softer than forced CO2 carbonation, and it's amazing. So,
well, and Charlie, don't they drink it at a warmer temperature than we drink it? I mean, aren't we known for like this, I'm going to get the beer as cold as possible?
Well,
and that's not really it over there, is it?
If you really want to hide the flaws in beer, turn those mountains blue. But cold hides a lot of things. So the better beers are usually served anywhere between 45 and 55. These are the strong beers, the really expensive ones that are the pride of the Belgians.
Helps the aromatics come out, really helps the fruit shine in them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's interesting because with fruit, a lot of times people don't realize you want to take things like strawberries out and warm them up, peaches, take them out of the refrigerator for a little while and eat them when they're warm.
Same concept. Exactly the same concept. If you have the strawberries ice cold, you're not going to get as much flavor as if they're, closer to room temperature.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Jake, here we go.
Here we go.
Talk about you, man. I mean, where'd you begin to love beer?
So I was a chef for a long time, and I was really tired of working 16-hour days, 6 days a week. So I got it. Sorry, I shouldn't say that in front of the chefs here. But,
they might relate.
I know. I'm very personable, so I just kind of started bartending, and I worked at the Ale House in Amados for about 3.5 years, and I got my first level Cicerone through them. Bruz, I actually opened up in the neighborhood that I live in, so I became good friends with Charlie and with Ryan.
You
and
stole him away.
Yeah.
Did you really?
And then Ryan lived in Lohi, so he would come into the ale house and see me there. And finally one day he called me up and was like, "Hey, man, I want you to come sell my beer." And I was like, "Let's do that. I'm going to do that from now on." So I've been with the company now for almost 2 years, and I'm...
Seems like we've known each other for way
I
longer
know,
than
right?
2 years.
Totally.
Like 2 years.
Well, I used to see Jake all the time because I went to the ale house a lot.
Yeah.
He'd always be there, and
Always there.
So yeah, when Ryan said, I'm thinking of talking to Jake, and please do.
Yeah.
And it worked well, but you're kind of a front of the house guy. You're a drinker. I mean, a Cicerone. I mean, you like to partake in the beer that tastes so not really a brewer style.
No, I
right?
don't do too much of the brewing. My brother and I, we would home brew a little bit when he lived here. We grew up in Southeast Aurora. I'm a Colorado native, and he's since moved to Georgia and took all of our brew equipment with him. So I haven't done a whole lot of brewing, but I mean, when we have a 15-barrel system at our brew house, I'm really not needing to do any of the brewing. We've got some really good, knowledgeable people under our belts.
So and you guys just got a new brewer.
We did.
We upgraded last year.
Yeah.
When we knew we were going to move into what's now the Colfax and York location, we had a 4-barrel brew house, which is tiny and very labor intensive, and we said, okay, we got to have a bigger brewery. So we went out into the market and found a really nice 15-barrel system, which allows us to brew enough for both locations.
Okay, hang on where the location is. We're going to kind of do the reveal of it, but the original in Midtown. What's the address there, guys?
67th and Pecos.
That's the OG. That's the one.
1675 Pecos.
And you're doing well there.
Very well.
Which is great. The neighborhood, it took to the neighborhood. I always say, if the neighborhood's going to accept you, they're going to be patrons of your brewery. You're going to do okay.
The day we got our certificate of occupancy, we were saying, okay, we're going to open tomorrow. And then it was like, no, we're going to open today. We put it out on Facebook, and we had 150 people in the tap room by 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And
unbelievable.
The neighborhood had been waiting for us to open. They were,
That's so
anticipating after many months of construction. And
What a luxury. A lot of breweries would say, oh, my goodness, I wish that we had.
And I think at that point in time, it was probably only about maybe 300-400 houses that were in the neighborhood, and now there's over 1,000, so it's really grown around us.
We signed the lease, there was about 50.
Yeah, wow.
50 houses.
And now how many?
Over 1,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they're still building.
That's so cool.
But your patio is one that I can't wait for summers to go on your
dogs
patio.
allowed.
Yeah, dogs are allowed inside out, and we actually just expanded another patio on the south side, so we have a south and an east
And a
side
garden
patio.
to look at.
And a garden.
It's a great place. And what a rec center with a big, you guys do events and festivals, a beer festival.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, hang tight. We have a full another segment. This is so cool because we have them both here with us, Charlie Gottenkinney and Jake Conover here with us from Bruz Beers. That's the original location. They've got a new opening. We're sharing it with you. That's going to come up next right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
That was a great one. Charlie's always such a great guest. Speaking of great guests, look who I've got over here. Chef Dane, after his all-star appearance on the table. Wow.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow. What you made for us was incredible.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
How do I got to tell you, if you're looking for a personal chef, whether it's a party or whatever it is, call this guy. You're going to be really, really happy. Dane, how do they jump in the pool?
Yeah, so obviously find us on our website, chefdaneskitchen.com, or Instagram at Chef Dane's Kitchen. We post all of different events that we're doing. I didn't really mention this, but we're doing pop-up dinners. We find different venues in Denver that, like art galleries, places that don't have a food and beverage program, and we set up tables and we do like 5-6 course dinners.
Wow.
Yeah, so we do that. We're going to start doing that next month, and so we'll be posting about that, ticket prices, and where you can buy tickets.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor. Seriously. Get in touch with this guy. Know what's available for you. Give us that website one more time.
So it's www.chefdaneskitchen.com.
chefdaneskitchen.com.
Yep.
That's awesome. Hey, we're going to be back. We've got words from Encore Energy, Rocker Spirits, and our friends at Aspen Baking. We'll be back.
Saving money is making money. Your savings is just a phone call away. Call Brian Rizzuto now, 720-245-5771. 720-245-5771. It's Encore Energy.
Rocker Spirit.
30 seconds till I read.
It's a place to hang. It's about quality. It's about taste. It's about passion. Infused with American spirit. Rocker whiskey, Rocker rum, Rocker vodka. Get ready for
15 seconds till I read.
an experience. Old Town Littleton. And if you get hungry while you're sipping on some drinks, they've got the best food truck line in town. Open Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Rockerspirits.com. Rockerspirits.com.
Okay, back to the show in just a second, you guys, but it's your Aspen Baking Minute here, where we talk about aspenbaking.com. Whether you're into hoagies, focaccias, ciabattas, baguettes, croissants, bear claws, lobster rolls, pound cakes, coffee cakes, or just a nice dinner loaf of bread. AspenBaking.com is where you want to go. You'll go there, but you won't find any preservatives or artificial colorings or chemicals. They don't do that kind of stuff.
Oh, I'm so glad.
So am I. They stick to the good stuff, which is butter, sugar, and gluten. You know, if you're not into gluten, you're not into gluten.
Pronounce it.
Hey, but Jay, I like to stay at the office all day and work hard. What can they do for me?
Well, they can cater your hard-working employees and yourselves, and in that catering, you'll get some nice, delicious Rome sausage, too. So we'll do the website. We'll get back to the show with Bruz Beers and Jake and Charlie. It's aspenbaking.com.
Yo, what's up? This is Justin Brunson, Culture Meat and Cheese in Denver Central Market. I'm a meat guy. And you're listening to the Modern Eater Show on the iHeartRadio.
The guy for you, Justin Brunson.
Love him.
Boy, he's trying to. Yeah, he works hard.
Man, he does.
And he combined Masterpiece Delicatessen. They shut it down over there on Central.
Oh, did they really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, but you know what? The guy, he wanted to save all these families' jobs and people he worked with forever. So he brought it into Old Major, and they're doing Masterpiece out of Old Major.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Throughout the week, yeah. So they used to go. Old Major would go Wednesday through Sunday. They'd shut it down for a couple of days. Now they're going throughout the week and doing some lunch.
Well,
too.
I worked right across the street at the ale house, so I used to go over there and get their white truffle egg salad sandwich. Oh my!
Yeah, isn't that good?
We're kind of all in this together. Did you guys know? So Chef Christopher Moore, he's here from Degree Metropolitan Food and Drink. He's like, I got to talk to these guys from Bruz. We want to do a tap takeover.
Yeah, we've kind of been talking about
Been
that a
working
little
that.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of tap takeovers, you got a permanent one going on Colfax. Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you.
Permanent tap takeover.
Yes, and the new location. Tell us where it is now.
What does that look like?
So it's Colfax, New York, on the southwest corner. It's right behind Hot Mama's, which is a ladies' workout studio. It's a really unique, cool tap room that from the outside you wouldn't realize is as big as it is. Everybody who comes in is like, oh my God, it's beautiful. It's super warm and inviting.
The patio's going to be popping.
Patio's going to be amazing. It's going to be the best patio in Colfax.
I think so, but can't you start using it now?
Yeah, we get some people going out
some
there.
Nice days in the winter,
Damn cigarette smokers.
Well,
you can't smoke out there. No, probably not. No,
I had
get
one
out
of my regulars and his wife come the other day. They got beers from us. They got sandwiches from Bumble Tea, and they sat outside. It was really cold. I was surprised they were outside, but they had their doodles with them. So.
Oh, side note, neither here nor there, but I just want to give myself a pat on the back. What's the date today? 18th?
Yeah.
18 days of nicotine-free. These
Hey,
cigarettes are
Good work. Keep it up.
Yeah, no doubt. So
congratulations.
No, I know. And you motivated me, Brian. You said I wouldn't be able to do it. I said I'm going to quit smoking. Yeah, he said I couldn't do it. So there you go.
Always a little positive reinforcement from my boy.
Truly, this location is one that you have to see. And I'd say it's a destination spot, but it's not. It's so centrally located. You're right on top of it. You're in the city, and I'm telling you, when you look around town like right now, Rhino's kind of getting a little dried up. Larimer's a trip. Little Rich and I were driving down Larimer, and right by Biker Gyms, it was like the rest of these places were closed down on Larimer, and they're trying to get their footing and see where they're at. And the shift in town, guess where it's going, man? Colfax, that corridor.
It really is
really looking good right now.
They've done a great job with redeveloping that area, and our landlord is one of the key people, that's really pushing the redevelopment and
he's got the
upgrading
tattered
of all
cover
that.
building.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I think that's one of the problems that we're starting to see in Denver is rents. And it's becoming so expensive. Like, I would always ask Justin, how can he keep a sandwich joint in that, in that spot? You're only open for, a little lunch, late lunch kind of thing.
Which one? The one
his masterpiece, yeah.
I mean, it's like Denver is constantly under construction. The city can take you out of business by doing construction right in front of your place. I think that had a lot to do with Masterpiece right there. And we're seeing another Chef Aaron is with Northside. They're going to open that up there. Colfax right now, I'm so excited for it because it's conducive to, first of all, the historical preservation of that area, and what you guys are going to be able to do with a sign is going to be so cool. When you look at, so you know what Pete's Kitchen looks like, and they just turned it back on to where you can actually go in motion with stuff. I don't know if you guys are looking into this or not, but I hope you have an in motion sign for Bruz beers.
It's being bid out right now for development, and that's the idea. Is it's going to point down to our door.
I'll sit there all night long with a glow stick.
It's got an arrow that points in.
I mean, I hope that people that are landing from out of town can see it. And they know from their plane they can see where Bruz Beers is.
Not only that, there's so much historic value on that in that Colfax corridor with Pete's Kitchen, the satire, even the signs that I can't wait to, because I know Bruz
building. It was built in the 1930s,
and you can't change. It's going to be independent businesses. You're not going to have these huge stores, or they're not going to take over a block or build up. It's always going to remain that way, and I can't wait 50 years from now seeing that same Bruz Beer sign for another generation of folks, because Bruz Beer should be on Colfax for many, many years.
I think so. Yeah, I can't wait.
It's a great play. You guys, longest, you know what Colfax is, right? Before I say it?
The longest street in the U.S.?
Longest main street in the U.S. That's exactly what it is. Colfax is. One of Greg used to, Colfax was a haunt for him for a long time because there's good food down there, great bars.
I went to East High School.
Yep. Oh, did you really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, that was.
Which is isn't that right across the street?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you ate at that little Greek. You had to have eggs and hash browns at that little Greek place right there. With your
Euro place. That's where I
the Euros. Yeah, Euro place.
They just poured it up.
That's called Zorba's.
No, Zorba's was.
Wait, which one? That's where I ate breakfast.
Okay. That used to be a shop, actually, on Colfax there back in the day. There, my friend Zorba's.
No, you got me second thinking myself.
What kind of shop was it?
Zorba's is on 12 now.
Okay.
There is a Zorba's.
some kind of wires got crossed. Maybe I said some kind of secret thing. He's just, I don't know what that is. Is that your safe word at home?
That's funny. That's funny.
I don't know what happened there. Bruz Beers, you guys have a lot going on coming into the spring. Are you actually going to go on that Belgium beer tour again?
We are in October, so October
Next
3rd
year?
through the 13th
Crazy.
of this year. And, it's limited, but we've started taking sign-ups for it. It's going to have 25 seats. We're going around to all the Trappist breweries, as well as Rodenbach and Verhaeghe, where they make the Duchess de Bourgogne, and we're going to go to some of the Lambic breweries, and so it's going to be a blast. It's going to be a blast.
That sounds so fun.
What's a story that you came out from last time?
Okay, so story from last time, there's a brewery called Dodalla over there, Dedolle. And it's kind of a weird brewery. The brewmaster does the art, and the art is this kind of yellow bird-looking kind of guy that, epitomizes the brewery. But anyway, we go in there, and I've had the beers before, and they're some of the best beers in Belgium. They're absolutely fantastic, so I can't wait to see where they're made. They're made on, 1925 vintage equipment that looks like barn junk. I looked at their mash vessel, and it was all rusty and things like that, and I didn't even know what the kettle looked like because it had so much foam spray around it and stuff, and you just dump stuff in the hole in the top and all, and then they have open fermentation. They won't even let you in that area. But, very primitive conditions and equipment and stuff, they turn out amazing beer. Some of the best in the country.
You must have been reading my mind because you gave me a lead-in for that. My question is what do they do over there that we would never allow to do in the brewing process here in the United States? Because I know that, with cheese in particular, we could never make cheese like some of the French make their cheese. What are they doing with their beer that's that different?
Well, some of the same types of things they do with cheese. So this is a farm. If you go out the back patio, there's a big field of whatever crop is planted there in that particular year. The whole area is a farmland area. So what you've got is a lot of microorganisms in the air. And in this old equipment, some of that gets in there, and it's wild yeasts and beneficial bacteria and stuff. So even though they use a yeast culture to, keep the beer going, you get all sorts of stuff that filters into it. And like cheese, it makes for interesting flavors.
Don't you just want an hour of that?
I know.
I mean, seriously, I just want an hour of that. We'll stop any K-How programming beyond 8 o'clock. We're going to just kill it for 2 hours. It's going to be Charlie Godden, Kenny, and Jake Conover. And they're going to talk
about microorganisms.
That would be fantastic. I would love it. You guys are great. Beer's coming out right now from you guys. What are you excited about?
Oh, man, we have a dark cherry quadruple coming up that I'm really excited about.
Yeah, that's going to be really nice when that's released. We have a new golden strong ale called Hallucination.
Yeah, a little spicy. I get a lot of banana and cherry flavors
spicy,
from that.
A little bit sweet, sweeter than some of the other ones out there.
We did a really unique collaboration with Inland Island and Fermented Foods. We made the same beer and split it between two different yeast strains. One is a yeast strain from Fermented Foods called Good Bugs, and then the other one is a Kveik yeast, which is a Norwegian
farmhouse yeast. And so you can order them. You'll be able to order them together starting next Friday.
Yep.
And you can compare them. So identical beer.
Wow.
Two different yeasts and quite a bit of difference between the two.
We're doing a party on Friday at Colfax, Double Fist Friday, where you get two at a time. Try them side by side. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice. That's coming next Friday.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
Yeah.
What are the two that you've poured for us tonight?
We have the Onyx Stout, which is a 7.9% Belgian stout, really robust, chocolatey kind of stout. And then we also have a Session Pale Ale, which we brewed that in collaboration with DC Pie, which is a neighbor right across the street at Colfax in New York.
Amazing food, amazing pizza, and the best wings you'll have.
Well, you guys are settling in. You're getting some partners there.
We're making friends.
I see pizzas coming over there and beer going over there. And it's just
most
definitely. So we have a bunch of barrel-aged stuff coming out in the next few months. We have some tequila barrel-aged beers.
Where'd you get your barrels?
From different places. So we got a bunch from Breckenridge, and so we've got Breckenridge bourbon barrels and then also port barrels, which were used to finish Breckenridge whiskey. And those are bigger barrels, and they've got the port wine
I thought you said you had tequila barrels.
We also have those.
Okay.
And then we have some that were
aren't they going to be on the show?
Red wine barrels and whiskey barrels. And
Who?
Suerte?
Suerte tequila, yes. I forget when.
Please tell me in February.
Are you doing dry January?
I am, man.
I am so tired of hearing about dry January.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
It's time to,
Oh, no, I lied. It's next week. They're on next week with Chef Chris Starkus and Boss Defrost. Hey, you want to do a promo for next week? Boss
who's on next week?
Boss Defrost and Chef Chris Starkus, formerly with what's that place called?
Urban
Farmer, sorry. Lawrence Spiewak from Suerte Tequila. Rebecca Berry from Hot Schedules is going to come back and play around with us. And then Kelly Kugler and Andrew Wassenberger from Boot Heel 7 Ranch. That's where they get their beef from that they're going to be cooking. And Nadine from Idlewild Spirits. Andrew Moore, we all know that. From
I have a crush on
Next Stop Brew Co. They're coming back. And then maybe Chef Starkus' wife.
That's a lot.
Diana Starkus.
Guys, I can call you guys out because we're friends, but Bruce Beer's got to come down here more.
You're right.
I mean, truly, you guys have helped. Look, this is the house that Bruce Beer's built.
Hey, man, I love coming down here. You know me during the summertime. I'm here every Saturday. But this
You're
winter
growing.
we were so busy.
Right.
We just I'm sorry to neglect you, but we had to.
Well,
just a little bit. We're back though. We're back.
Congratulations on the growth, man.
Thank you so much.
You guys obviously are doing something right because you've got a crowd always.
Yeah.
And to get ready for the new location, we brewed like maniacs in the fall. So we've got a lot of stuff. I have 9 beers waiting to get on tap up at Midtown.
Nice.
Unbelievable. Midtown, give it a plug again.
1675 West
67th Avenue.
Yeah.
And then
at the intersection of
67th and Pecos.
67th and Pecos.
Colfax.
And then 1495 York Street on
Colfax
the
in York.
southwest corner of Colfax in York.
Southwest corner.
It's right in the city, man. Across the street
I
from
know,
a
but
Chase.
I'm trying to
Oh,
think,
I'm glad they put a
you-
Chase there. You remember where the Arby's was? They shut the Arby's down.
Yeah,
Then
Chase
now
Bank.
the Chase's Bank.
Okay.
We're right next
Glad to
door
say.
to the School of Traditional Chinese Medicine. Isba Spa's down on the bottom, so if you ever go there, get beat with oak leaves in the bottom.
Gotcha. Yep.
Okay, parking.
Actually,
People want to know private parking. Did you work out deal with Chase or anything like that?
Still working on that. I'm kind of schmoozing them up a little bit.
Cool.
We do have a large parking facility behind the School of Traditional Chinese Medicine. It's $1 for 3 hours. If you're really cranky about the $1, I'll give you $1 off your
Yeah,
beer.
and if you're going to a brewery, and you want to actually have a good time and be responsible, man, it's an Uber. It's probably wherever you live in the city. There, it's going to cost you $6 or $7 to get there.
There's
And
tons
Just the way to go.
Yeah, which is the.
Then you can have the
total way to
strong
go.
beers.
Hey, Charlie, you're going to stick around and hang out with us with these other folks, huh?
Yeah.
Want to do that?
Sure.
Settled in?
Yeah.
Got the beer? Got the stories?
Got the stories.
It's January, man. You got the storytelling shirt on. Well,
my lumberjack.
We just need a fire and Charlie and leather chairs.
I know.
And
I want
cigars.
him to read me stories every night, man.
We got
That's how I
liquor
could
in
go
the
to sleep
corner.
every night.
I know. Have you? These other guys are Belgian beer as well. Are you
Yes, they are.
familiar
And,
with that?
We know. We've known Zach for a while.
Do you share trade secrets with each other?
We don't need to.
We've collaborated, though.
Have you really?
Yeah,
we
they
do.
make great beers.
Fantastic.
And
We made a blonde and a blackberry blonde with them. They turned out
Yes.
fantastic.
Oh, speaking of collaboration, that terrifying plane ride that I took up to High Wire Hops to go get some fresh hops with what was it? Aviation?
Flightco.
Flightco. Yep.
Flightco. Did that beer turn out great?
turned out amazing.
Okay, I'm glad.
We've still got a little bit of it left. The hops have faded a little bit at this point.
I
but
risked my life for it.
Yeah. Well,
not really.
I'm not a big fan of tiny planes.
Oh, man, it was terrifying. Hey, Ryan Evans, if you're listening or watching, which I'm sure you probably are, we'll see you next time. Yeah, get in here. Thank you, Jake. There he is. Jake's back at the Colfax location. You'll see your face down there.
All the time.
All the time.
Always there.
All the time.
7 days
But
a week.
he works long days, 7 days a week.
That's right. We'll break off and we'll come back. Charlie's going to stick around, and we have coming up next. What do you think, Zach Nichols?
Zach Nichols, Cellar West Artisanal Ales.
That's next on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Wait, we're over here in Little Rich's Corner with Hannah. So now it's the Hannah Minute. Hannah, man, you made some great desserts. Where in the blazes did you come from?
I started at the Broadmoor, made my way to Marriott.
Oh, I've heard of that place.
Yes.
Nice.
So, yeah, I've always wanted to do private catering,
Mhm.
so it's awesome.
And so I see you're Sue and pastry chef.
Yeah, so Dane doesn't like pastries, so I do all the pastries and then
Shame on you, Dane.
assist with everything else he needs. So, yeah, it's awesome.
So pastry, what type of things? So that can encompass a lot of things.
Yes.
What's your favorite thing to bake?
I would say my favorite desserts are layered cakes, anything with a lot of components that just fun and intricate, you know.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
keep it. So where do you think you're going to be in 5 years? You're going to be baking, making some more fancy pastries?
Well, Dane won't let me leave, so 5 years I'll probably be with the company in California.
I don't blame you. I'm going to taste some of this in just a few minutes, if that's okay.
Perfect, yeah, please do.
She's awesome. Hey, we got some words coming up from our sponsors. This segment, we've got Rome Sausage, Chris, the Spice Guy, Proud Souls, and Meridian Spirits. We'll be right back.
Local source for all things sausage awesomeness. My family is proud to carry on the fine traditions of Rome's founder, Jerry Rome, by producing a variety of amazing sausage in small batches with an eye on quality, not quantity. Every batch is made here in the great state of Colorado by hand mixing spices, utilizing lean cuts of pork to make an outstanding product. Sourcing ingredients and materials locally, we are committed to supporting local vendors, chefs, restaurants, and the entire Colorado food scene. Getting hungry yet? Brats, Italian, breakfast, hot Polish, green chili, chicken apple, and the world's best chorizo. You can source all of our sausage through a variety of food service distributors. If your distributor doesn't carry it, call us. We'll come direct. You want a custom item? We'll do that too. Samples, and of course, sausage jokes, can be had by contacting me directly at chris@romesausage.com or by phone at 303-296-7663. The modern eater loves Rome sausage, and I know you will too.
Wear black and eat spices. Hey, Modern Eater listeners, this is Zach from The Spice Guy, Colorado's favorite spice company. Spice is the variety of life. At The Spice Guy, we have a passion for sourcing the best ingredients from the best farmers all over the world. Choose from thousands of different GMO-free spices and ingredients, or let us create and blend custom flavor profiles for whatever style of food it is that you're working with. With over 1,000 restaurants, food brands, and chefs behind us, you can't go wrong when you choose The Spice Guy for all your spice needs. The Spice Guy.
Spicy.
Born in Breck, raised in Denver.
TheSpiceGuyCo.com.
Listen up, barbecue lovers. Greg Hollenbach here for Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Proud Souls is Denver's authority of all things barbecue. Do you rule your neighborhood with the best backyard barbecue? From beginners to pit masters, Proud Souls has all the equipment you could possibly want. A variety of wood, pellet, and charcoal grills and smokers. Award-winning pit masters and owners of Proud Souls, Dan and Tony, have a passion for barbecue, and it shows. Located on 25th and Federal, Proud Souls retail store is bursting at the seams with your barbecuing essentials, the Spice Guy spices, and superior flavored fuels for your pit like hickory, mesquite, oak, pecan, cherry, apple, peach, maple, grape, and a variety of blends. Hit their website, ProudSoulsBBQ.com, for delicious hands-on barbecue classes and get information on current promotions and deals. For the best in barbecue, locally owned and operated on 25th and Federal, there are guys. Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. That's ProudSoulsBBQ.com.
What do you get when you have two women who love to play with corn? A unique craft distillery, of course. Let me explain. Hi, my name is Alex Tudor. My mom and I own Meridian Spirits, located right here in Colorado. Chances are you've seen our award-winning Coupe Gin and Coupe Vodka on the shelves at many fine local retail locations. Here's our mission. My mom and I believe that family is important, and our business is a reflection of that. When you taste our delicious and locally crafted spirits in a cocktail or by themselves, you'll taste our passion for what we do. Hear our story and watch our progress this year on The Modern Eater. We love to share because everything is more fun with friends. Next time you choose a vodka or gin, consider us. Meridian Spirits.
Hi, this is Lori Midson. I'm a food hack, aka food writer. I was just told that I could put my lines. And you're listening to The Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Okay, we are back with The Modern Eater and continuing our discussions of beer. We've got Zach Nichols from Cellar West Brewery. And Zach, let me ask you, tell us a bit about the brewery and your theme, what you focus on. And
Yeah. So we Cellar West, I originally opened in Boulder, Colorado in the very beginning of 2017. And We are focused on Belgian farmhouse ales primarily, so lots of similar to Bruz, lots of Belgian influence kind of beers, and we've started to kind of delve into lagers and some German style beers a little bit more. But our bread and butter is definitely the Belgian saisons and oak aged beers and things like that. Oak aging is
delicious, by the way. This one, which one?
Feed your head.
Yeah, this one right here, man. That was so good. Is this a new one that you're?
I wouldn't say it's new. We've had that one around for a little while now. That's it's kind of a fan favorite.
So the mushroom infused. Where are we going with that? Feed
no
your
mushrooms.
head.
No mushrooms in that beer, but
but it could make you feel real well.
It could. I mean, I do all the label art as well, so I get to have fun with all that.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
Your website.
Cellarwest.com.
Bet you have a lot of your beers labeled up there as well.
Yeah, we've got all of our art on there and bottles and all that stuff.
Well, you've got to sell a ton of this, by the way.
Yeah, it's delicious.
I mean, that is an incredible beer. It's bottled. So are you in liquor stores and
we
places
are?
around
Yeah.
town?
So we actually just started working with Culture Beverage, who is the Colorado distributor for Shelton Brothers. So are you guys familiar with Shelton Brothers?
No.
Shelton Brothers is one of the kind of premier importers of higher end European beers from Germany and Belgium, and recently they started their own sort of Colorado distribution chapter called Culture Beverage. So we were actually the first Colorado brewer to sign on with them. So we fit really well into their portfolio. Lots of real authentic Belgian beers, and then we sort of do our spin on it as well. But so they do just about all of our distribution for us. So you can find bottles of our beer around Denver and the Front Range. We tend to do best with the kind of beer that we make in sort of corner, more specialized wine shops, things like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're probably not going to find our bottles at the corner grocery or the gas station that's selling 30 racks.
But the big guys like
that.
the Argonauts and the Applejacks, will they have
Argonauts got our beer. Applejack has our beer. Yep.
I've got to tell you, I've never had or even heard of the double saison. Where'd you?
Yeah, it's not really a style. It's sort of so basically we brewed a big saison and we were like, okay, how do we brand this or market it? What do we call it?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you know what saison is?
No, give it.
It means season.
Okay.
And it was beer that farmers brewed for their migrant workers who would come around and help them during the harvest. And they would have a contract, so they would provide lodging and food and up to 5 liters of beer a day.
Keep them happy.
Yeah, and so what happened is they figured out that, the best workers were going for the farmers that made the best beer.
Interesting.
And so the saison style started. Originally it was fairly low gravity, so these larger ones are, more of a modern thing, but, they're delicious, and this one is an excellent example.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be more of a modern twist on the saison, not just the alcohol percentage, but we dry hopped it with Mosaic and Equinox hops, which are 2 American hop varieties, kind of a fruitier hop variety. Definitely not like an IPA style beer, but getting a little bit of that kind of fruity American hop character in there. And this does have Brettanomyces in it, which is going to be a wild yeast that is, giving it that sort of like funky, dry character that is a little bit different.
I love this because probably terrible correlation here, but I feel like this is the millennial version of Charlie right here. No, and I don't know if this is wrong or right, but Belgian style beers, what he's doing right is this bastardize it. It's so traditional in the Belgian styles, and here's a double. It's like, how dare you, young man?
This is the least traditional of all the Belgian styles because it was basically homebrewed on farms by farmers, and they would use whatever ingredients they had, so they were all different.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why the workers would say...
But do you like the direction of how this is what you're saying? Because this is an interpretation of what I'm saying from you, right?
Yeah.
This is your expression of Belgian-style beers, and I think your expression's maybe a little more traditional, Charlie?
Not so much. We brew a lot of different saisons. We brew some strong ones. We brew some more traditional, lighter ones, and... we like them all. So,
what do you think of what they're doing? I
think he's doing a great job. Yeah. We actually did a collaboration with Cellar West a while back when did a blackberry beer that came out awesome, and
I love to see it though, and I know where Greg was going. He got off the rail there a little bit.
It was perfect.
But they're both
call.
They're both. I think these are both two mature guys who really are doing something special. I mean, and that's what I would say.
I was talking about the styling of the Belgian style beers, the traditional sense of that, and I see a little bit of tweaking that you're doing here, and I like the expression personally, and that might be something that Charlie wouldn't be at the liberty to do within.
Well, yeah, we actually do a lot of tweaking ourselves.
Yeah.
So Saison is a style that's really been embraced by American craft brewers. Interestingly enough, the Belgians aren't that wild about Saisons. They consider them, country.
Yeah.
And where they've been embraced is in the U.S., and the innovations with them, taking the style further than just the traditional way, is really.
Why wouldn't the migrant workers get more of a complex beer, Charlie?
Well, they might get a complex beer, but they didn't want to give them a strong beer because they wanted them to work in the afternoon.
Yeah, exactly.
So if they bring it out at lunch, they didn't really have potable water out in the fields, so they would serve beer at lunchtime.
Because that is a very sessionable beer, though. You could drink many of these.
Yeah, that's a 9% ABV beer, but this
Really?
one, it drinks like it's 5 or 6%.
Holy
Yeah, it really
drinks
does.
light. Yeah.
Would it be considered sort of like the American lager in a sense of that lighter or the Pilsner, or no? Because
I would say, for me, a similarity that I see between those styles would definitely be, they're dry, so you can drink a lot of them.
Thirst quenching.
Yep, thirst quenching, dry. So there's some crossover there, but stylistically, they're quite different. I mean, all the way down to ale yeast, which is what Saison is made with, is quite different than lager yeast. Just the way it functions
But he put Brettanomyces in this, which is a wild yeast. That's very typical because, there would be all sorts of wild. It was homebrewed in a barn.
Yep.
So there's all sorts of wild microorganisms in the air that get into it, and you've simulated that rather well.
Right. So Saccharomyces is essentially brewer's yeast, and so we have Saccharomyces, which is like your standard beer making yeast in this beer, and then we add Brettanomyces, which is a wild yeast that's in the air all around us all the time. And so on these Belgian farms, they're not trained brewers, so cleanliness is not first and foremost. So, this wild yeast is getting into these beers and creating these sort of funky characteristics. And we try to sort of bring that, back into the fold by, getting a pure culture pitch of Brettanomyces and adding it to the beer.
I've learned so much tonight. The farmhouse ales, right? Talking about that. That's cool. You guys, we have to do like an hour with you two talking about this stuff. Truly, time flies too much. You killed it, man. I mean, really great job. That was really, really good. We're going to come back and we are going to how can people get more information?
Yeah, so we've moved our location to Lafayette. So we moved to a larger location outside of Boulder in Lafayette. So we've got a taproom brewery there that's open every day. But if people want to learn more, go to cellarwest.com. We've got an Instagram page, Facebook, all that jazz.
And find out where you can pick it up also.
This is an incredible beer, folks.
I know.
Go try this.
Awesome. It's awesome stuff, and that's not the only one they've got. So.
Yeah. Run. Hopefully see you guys collaborate some more in the future.
Yeah, we have in the past, and we would love to.
Yeah. Who's up next in Booze in the News?
Booze in the News tonight, we've got Eric Strom with Ballmer
Peak.
Palmer Peak in Colorado, folks. Ballmer Peak.
Great job, you guys.
I know. Thanks.
No, I was saying,
threw that.
Little Richard's in my way, so I got to write that down and put it in front of me. Charlie, you're going to stick around. We'll come back. Booze in the News on iHeartRadio coming up next.
Thanks, Greg. It's funny. I only blocked the guests at the end of the show. I'm so short at the first guest you can see. Hey, look who I've got here. I've got the undisputed king of Colorado beverage, alcohol.
Thank you so much, Rich. It's really an honor to be here. I appreciate you having me on the show.
Like royalty. I love when Kevin comes here. Tell us about your child here.
Sure. I'm the editor of this magazine. It's called Colorado Beverage Analyst Magazine. So basically, it's a one-stop reference for the trade in Colorado. Anything beverage that you want to know about is in this magazine. So this is good for like beverage directors, bar managers, liquor store owners, portfolio managers. So a trade publication. It's got articles, news, and where you can buy spirits, from which distributor, and all kinds of information you want to know if you're running a beverage business.
How do I get this?
You're going to subscribe to this as a monthly publication, which I put together. You go to beveragemedia.com. The company's called Beverage Media Group. They're based in New York City.
Okay. Beveragemedia.com.
Yes.
If you want to get the best information, you're going to get it from the best mind in the business. That's this guy.
Thank you, Rich.
We'll be back in just a few. We've got our final words from Growers Organic, Colorado Mills, and A-Plus Beverage. We'll be back.
Freeman with
Woman Until I Read.
The Modern Eater Talk Show. Do you care about where your food comes from? I do. Do you want from customers who care about that as well? I can help by providing top quality organic produce with reliable delivery.
Okay. All right.
Grown, transported, and chefs, Growers Organic. Sure, you have excellent ingredients for your next James Beard dinner, your nightly special, or your regular menu items. Join the organic.
Sounds good. Apodaca, just like the pitching coach.
Hey, chef friends.
It's like the old pitching coach.
Tortillas. Raquelitas, known for hyper-local, innovative, and healthy tortillas and chips, served by Colorado's top chefs, and that's why we only use Colorado Mills sunflower oil. If you, too, want to serve the healthiest, most vibrant-tasting foods, you must use Colorado Mills. Colorado Mills is hyper-local, Colorado-grown, cold-pressed in Lamar, Colorado. Whether you bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado...
5 and into live read.
Rock, Growers Organic, and Dawn Foods. For the best oil in the business, use Colorado Mills.
Anything to your mohawk?
No.
Mike's hot.
Okay, back to the show. Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions right now. I don't have Jeff Rourke's copy in front of me, but I don't.
You don't need it.
No, seriously. Might need it for the phone number, but probably not. I call Jeff all the time, just like you should. He's building out the best custom tap lines around. He's the most trusted man in the industry, and that's what it's all about. The beer tasting the way the brewer intended it to taste. Tap lines are important, so is maintenance. He'll do them both. If you're pouring inefficient beer, what are you doing, boys?
You're pouring your money down the drain.
Please don't pour your money down the drain. It's a phone call away from Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions, 720-272-3809. 720-272-3809. Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions.
Now it's time for the Modern Eaters Booze in the News segment.
I like my beer cold, my meat grilled, and my entertainment explosive.
All we need is a chair and a cooler beer.
Here's your booze news.
All right, booze in the news. All the booze news right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio. Ballmer Peak Distillery. Say that 5 times, just quick for me, you guys.
Ballmer Peak Distillery, Ballmer Peak Distillery, Ballmer Peak Distillery, Ballmer Peak Distillery, Ballmer Peak Distillery.
Perfect. See?
So did you live around there when you grew up? Where'd you grow up?
Ballmer Peak?
True. I did not hit my Ballmer Peak until I was in my 20s.
Okay. Wow.
But yeah, no, we're both actually from the Phoenix area.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you get turned on to Ballmer Peak?
Well, when we turned 21, we were able to start experimenting with booze, and I think that's when we found our...
Yeah, you waited till you were 21, I'm sure, boys.
Look, my mom's watching.
Eric Strom, Austin Adamson. Who's Eric? Who's Adam?
Eric. Austin.
Austin. Good to see you guys. Let's learn. And Charlie Gottenkind, do you know Charlie?
Yeah, we met earlier.
Yeah. Oh, cool. All right, this is going to be fun.
I've been eyeballing those bottles all night, so.
Have you really?
Yeah.
What catches your eye?
Clear whiskey.
Clear whiskey.
Yeah.
Well, basically, it's just whiskey that's not being aged yet.
Aged for a minute. Yeah, technically. For no less than 1 minute.
All right. Guys, you have an interesting model here. You like to make spirits, right?
Yeah.
Where are you located?
We're in Lakewood, kind of right up against Green Mountain, Alameda and Xenon.
Traditional as you would imagine a distillery to be. Talk about, paint a picture for us.
So we're a real small building, a little less than 1,500 square feet, split right down the middle. So half of it's a production area and half of it's a tasting room that we do some classic cocktails,
cool.
some house specialties, a handful of tiki drinks.
I would have never even gotten through licensing. It's so hard to do all of that stuff. But here it is. You guys, how old are you guys? You're in your 20s still, right?
30s.
30s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you're hemorrhaging money. And you're trying to figure out how does this business you're making spirits.
Yeah.
Theoretically, you should make money.
Right.
Right? Look at.
But we've only been open for 2 months.
Yeah.
It's going well so far.
Where'd you find these guys, Jay?
And this is the truth. I have no idea.
We were wondering how you found us too.
I searched the internet. look for stuff, right? Sometimes it comes from other guests on the show, and sometimes I just came across it. And you know what got me is, and I should have tried to talk him into bringing me a shirt, is the soup can logo.
Whiskey soup.
That's what got me. You know,
that would look good on you at Gibby's during a UFC fight.
Yeah, that's where I'm going at the end of tonight.
I know you are. Guys, I find it so fascinating, especially in the spirits world, of all of the different models. The traditional model that's there, you know, you'll have Sean Smiley at 2. He wants you to suffer. You need to suffer and go through this and age your spirits and you know, you put on are you distilled by, fermented by, bottled by, you know, where are you getting your stuff? Are you mixing, are these actually your spirits? And then you got Mike Myers from 291. He's like, I'm going to turn everything on its ear. I'm going to force stave some stuff, smaller barrels. I'm going to get this, I'm going to mature it quickly, and I'm going to win awards across the board of like, you know, I'll mess with your palate. You have a traditional palate? Okay. This is not the traditional method, right? So you guys are aging stuff in 4 days.
Yeah.
Talk about what you guys are doing.
So we do rapid aging for a lot of our products. Our golden rum here is one example. We take glass containers, 5-gallon glass carboys, put in our rum, overproof, 120 proof, throw in some charred oak spirals, and then take that
Do you
glass.
see my ghetto aging up there in that little fish?
Yeah. I can't believe he just showed you that and even called it anything except an experiment.
Valid experiment. We take it one step further, and we take those glass containers.
Well, you're
and
licensed, theoretically.
Yes. We take that glass container and put it into a hot water bath, a sous vide, heat it up to 150 degrees.
As you will.
Hold it at that temperature, and then cycle it. So the container is maybe 75% submerged. And so what that does is it actually creates a circulation. So it heats and cools itself like a lava lamp. And then that kind of, it pressurizes, and then the bung pops out. So there's oxygenation happening. And then, we cycle the temperature.
Instead of just kind of, throwing the spirals or staves or whatever in there to do the rapid aging, you're kind of simulating a couple other things that are happening naturally in an aging process.
What are you finding the taste to be like?
It's really good.
Where did you get the idea to do this? I mean, that sounds amazing.
Science geek.
We're on the internet
a lot. Accident. Yeah, it was an accident. We early on, we were just kind of like, let's see what doing it'll do. Did it in a little tiny mason jar, and the next day we came in, and we're just kind of like,
it's probably like, how do we make money without sitting on our stuff for 4 years?
We just kind of did it to see what put in a bath would do, and the next day we came in, it tasted great. So we've been doing that since.
Okay, couple minutes left. Here it is. What's your business model now? What do you have, and how are you disseminating it?
Eric, if you want to make a quick cocktail, while I explain our lineup here. So we've got our rums. That's kind of what we use. It's a pure molasses fermentation. We do grain to glass or molasses to glass. We mash, ferment, distill. So we've got our silver rum. This is a clean silver rum, and then we've got our golden rum, which has been oaked in that process. But this is a dunder rum. So if you're familiar with sour mashes for whiskeys, this is a similar technique applied to rum. We take the leftover distillate, the stillage, the pot ale, the dunder, and we let that continuously ferment and grow and build these deep acids and high esters. Then we use some of that into a new batch, and that becomes a dunder rum. It gets really funky, kind of spicy, earthy, vegetal. It's just really interesting flavors, and it balances really well when oaked, especially. And then, of course, we've got our white whiskey, which is made with specialty malts. So it's peated malt, crystal malt, Munich malt, pale malt. We get most of that from Loveland, except for our peated malt, which comes from Scotland. And you just get all that flavor from those grains. We don't get, it's aged for no less than 1 minute because it has to be to call it whiskey. But you get the flavor of the grains, and it's really interesting. There's chocolate notes, there's coffee, there's a hint of a whisper of peat throughout. Because
you did that all without a breath, which I appreciate. Am I 58.50 or 59.50, Don?
$59.50.
Okay, cool. Don Apodaca. He bought us a minute. That's cool because I wanted to have a minute because now you have 1 minute left to talk about how people can get your spirits or learn more information.
You can go to BallmerPeakDistillery.com. We're pretty active on all social media.
Thanks, boys.
Grab a drink. You can visit our website, and you can find us at 12347 West Alameda Parkway in Lakewood. We've got a small bar tasting room, mid-century tiki inspired. A lot of 15 different cocktails that Eric here has crafted together with our spirits.
I like how you're running with the rum.
Yeah.
Rum runners.
That was rum.
That's our gin.
Gin, okay.
That's kind of our version of a last word.
Good job, guys.
So
yeah, it's an Australian.
Everything we make in house. Yeah.
You're the mad scientists of spirits making.
I like it a lot. I really do. Very innovative. Thank you, everybody involved tonight. Chef Dane's Kitchen, he did a great job. Kevin Galaba here with us tonight. Thank you, Kevin. Charlie Gottenkinney, Bruz Beers. Exciting stuff going on with you guys and our friends, the cast and crew. For Jay Parker, Dave Avery, Kenyon George, Little Rich Schneider, and Brian Freeman, myself, Greg Hollenbach. See you next week.
Ross Kaminsky in the morning and Dan